than that.
This one's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, OG's second Ancient game just here, and well, their first was against FaZe. So in the head-to-head, FaZe are 1 up. And over towards the B bomb site, we go very quickly here for FaZe out the gates. Bit of U2, a couple smokes, couple flashes to work with here, and it's looking like B ramp is the play. Smokes are in, and here they go.
Through that. Ooh, Flames might have kept him at bay, and oh, damn, Olof. That's quite the find. Straight through the smoke. Best one on the B site, and they could continue to actually pull the plug on that.
Oh, interesting. They have the number advantage, but they just used all of their utility here, so not wanting to run through that smoke into the slaughter of the B bomb site, but now they're going to have to regather and retool. What's the mid-round call? Well, it's not even mid-round. Yeah, we're just started. FaZe still want to finish towards this site, but there's not going to be the util to work with here.
Yeah, it's interesting. OG are obviously, understandably, a little concerned. In absence of information, Flames is going to get more than he bargains for on this clear. Doesn't spot anything out initially. Here they come. 3 coming in from the cave position. Flames calm on the clicks, hasn't found a head. Rain has, and it is going to be even exchanges. USPs are connecting. Nico struggles to finish his meal, and now an issue for the CTs. They'll fall apart just at the end there. Carrigan collects one for himself as well. And okay, I mean, keeping it simple, FaZe not too phased by that smoke delay.
Yeah, just happy. I think with the number advantage that they're able to manifest right there through Olof, hitting the brakes and just playing out that round with trades as the focus was the key. And that's the opening right there. Alexi B just going on down, not having anything to say about that. Round stalls out, but still looking good for FaZe here. And yeah, I think Yanko brings up a lot of points, especially about the experience of this FaZe roster. If we're ever going to see it shine, this would be it against an OG who doesn't boast anywhere near the same amount of pedigree in that department. Force buy for OG here, an aggressive mid. They're going to smoke off up towards the ledge position, towards cave as well as mid, and they're trying to garner a bit of respect early here, but back towards A, and well, FaZe will have to deal with Valda here. CZ up close and personal.
It's very threatening. That's the bomb as well, so if Olof's clears are lazy, oh, the timing, he's going to hit the pin pull. That might be where he goes for it. Carrigan, will you clear? I don't think he will, I suspect. Valda's set for success here. Confirmation of his suspicion, the push for the info elsewhere. He is alone though, and they're passing him. That's the fight he was waiting for. Not quite enough. Bomb to be planted, rotate, perhaps not even going to come. I think they'll just go for the second bite of the cherry. FaZe walking into the A site.
Yeah, you're going to be a bit frustrated there if you're Valde, right? Like, you're hoping that they just run past you. They're hoping they don't clear, but it's interesting the way that FaZe did that. Like, Brokey as the safety net there coming in late. Could have been a catastrophe if Valde had killed the 2 running in towards the site earlier, but easy as you like. FaZe will get the 2-0. OG will hold on to their upgraded pistols and the SMG and try and give it a double dip in the next round. But this is a great start for FaZe here. It's just steady, right? Steady rounds, not overcomplicating things. And, well, all it's been is the opening kill, and then they've just played the round out very, very nicely from there, and both of these consecutively. Now, obviously, we know it's a bit of a mountain for FaZe to climb to qualify for the major. There's a lot of things that need to go in their favor, as well as winning this 9th to 12th bracket. And they definitely can do it, right? There's no reason that they couldn't. It needs to start here with the OG game where it's all over Red Rover. And the man you have on your screen right there, Olof, he is one of the 6 players who have attended every CSGO major in history. That's 15. Now, Zeus, he's retired. So let's drop that number down to 5. Shox, Zipex, Device.
All secure.
They're all done. Those 4, right? Those 4 have already qualified.
We'll continue.
So Olof is the only name on that list who is yet to qualify for the 16th major. And he has the hardest road to get there now. Here's the force buy carried across, and it's over towards B again, and nobody home. So the flashes are made. Rain's going to call all of this out.
Whoa, lovely placement of the nade. And yeah, Rain's job is to keep them honest. And the Molly mid, they've lost a lot of control. I think they're realizing that this FaZe roster are planning to collide into Mantu's A site. Rotate on its way. Twist to deal with any action. And there's Valda testing the waters. Locked Tal. And
good trade.
Okay, yeah, the trades are in. Mantu only the 1. They aren't in a rush to plant. Some util still available. It is only the single smoke on Rain. He was lingering B, so you won't get that to knock down the plant just yet. Not sure if that fight favors Olof directly, given the MP9 and its mobility clearing those close corners, but they're not in a rush here, FaZe.
Oh, here comes that smoke you were talking about. So going to dip down on the side towards CT again, and they need to bait something out here because OG are ready to strike.
Oh, they're going to push that surely. Boosting instead. Maybe audible. Couple of stray bullets fired through that smoke, and Brokey is executed. Only the 1. There's the second. Flames looking solid on the deagle. He's low. And just a single bullet will recover an AK-47 from Olof's cold, dead hands.
It'll tap it.
Yeah, and he needs to tap ahead, maybe even 2.
Oh, the smoke is brilliant here.
What a recovery from Alexi. So he's got the smoke and he's gonna fake it out. He doesn't really have too much time for this. A big find from Rain. Finishing off what was started onto Flames and FaZe. Yeah, they weathered the storm.
Well, decent damage, all things considered there, right? And we've seen this out of FaZe a couple of times, obviously during that NIP match that we had during the best-of-1 round group stage. Both teams were able to get in towards the A site, but neither team were able to convert those rounds. So this is some conditioning from FaZe early, right? The fact that they're doing it against the low buys, against these eco rounds, it means that OG know that this is susceptible. And now FaZe could turn their attention back towards B. You don't have to keep going A on the gun rounds, but the guns, they will come out. No T-sided AWP just yet, but Mantu picks up his big green. Molly mid, nade to make sure anybody trying to run through that will get stuck. And pressure over towards this A main position again. Olof tasked with that time and time again. And it's just a standard default spread here. They've got 2 players, Rain and Brokey, over towards B in the early stages of this. Carrigan and Twists, they seem to be quite the partnership in mid while they go for that donut control. And as we mentioned before, Olof towards A main.
Yes, they're going to wait out the smoke and then throw out their mid-util, I suspect, taking it back off Nico and Mantu. Mantu's ahead, though, in red room, so he won't be easily smoked off.
They're actually floating more forward now as well. They might get caught in no man's land here if the flashes are good from FaZe.
That's a big if. He'll play anti. Mollied out, though. He will need a smoke, and that's Nico to bail him out. That'll slow down FaZe's crawl into mid. Nico ahead of the smoke. Mantu staring at it. And that's the fight found. Good conversion. Valda flashes them up, sets them up for success on his rotate to A. So 3 leading A side here. Rain taking mid space. There's a timing window on this. Nico could be susceptible to
Already.
That catch from Rain. Well, it's a lot of pressure from FaZe. There's no doubt about that.
30 seconds though. I feel like they have to commit A at this point.
Oh, big find from Nico. Yeah, 2-man advantage, and it's only going to get worse from there. As I say that, Carrigan claws something back, trying to bait the barrel. Mantu's having none of it, but it's enough of a distraction perhaps to get someone out. A missed shot from Mantu. They're closing the gap, and it's a shooting gallery for him. Lovely conversions. Just the one back from FaZe, and OG are on the board.
Well, good stuff from Nico there to grab that AWP, get that in Mantu's hands. Again, you already see the impact of that in the temple position. Now, if you're watching FaZe games on this map, you can see Brokey, he gets a lot of work done from that position. So it's no surprise to see Orpus having a field day there. But this flash, look at the assist in the top. That was from Valda from the A site, right? So these mid holds we've seen with Mouse Sports in the past, Dexter throwing flashes over from B. You're seeing Valda here throwing flashes over from A. And that's how you can help out with these mid control. But that was a bit of mind games in mid. FaZe waited out the util. OG retook some space. It's actually nice to see how this is going to play on out. But it's a bit of a nasty buy over there for FaZe right now. It's 2 AKs and 3 conservative players of Carrigan, Olof, and Brokey just with pistols here.
If they get a plant, Chad, that's going to set them up for success. And they've got enough, just about, equipment to get it set the bomb down. Flames and Alexi to be tested here. That smoke seems very commonplace.
Yeah, we know that Flames, especially on maps like Mirage, likes to get flashed into these areas here. So maybe a play that OG could bring on out for this B ramp position, throwing some nades across, and okay, well, they're walking into the smoke. It's going to be on the fade.
Oh, 2 HP left on Rain. Good find from Alexi to at least return the favor. Twists is low, but just about gets himself down in time.
Bomb has been planted.
So now the bomb ticking. Tough decision to be made in FaZe. I said plant, never mind the round conversion.
It looks like a save.
It does.
Yeah, nobody's moving over to help on out. It's actually Mantu backpedaling away from the bomb site here. So all in all, that is a miracle round there from FaZe. They shouldn't be picking up a round like this so easily. 2 kills onto the side, away they go. We're going to call that 4, and we know how CT biased this map can be. Right? Obviously, it's still early days, but the stats are pointing in the direction that it's all about that CT side. Got to be happy with this one here, FaZe. Really not a whole lot of resistance, and they didn't have to do a lot. Kind of just stroll into that B site, play the fade of the smoke, and away you go. Bomb goes off. Twist goes down with it there, but all good in the hood. Plenty of cash for them to splash. Wow, and the retained weapons for OG, that at least means they can stay somewhat threatening, but Flames has 3.8, Alexi has 2.8. They can't really buy the best of guns. They're going to have to hope for a drop from their teammates here. Should be able to make the buy relatively threatening on the other side of things. You can see weapons have been dropped across. It's going to be an MP9 for Flames, and Alexi is going to get himself into the M4. But what's the change up here? What are OG going to do with this one? Because that was just a B hit, and it was way too easy.
Way too easy. I mean, you can see the mix-up already. Active AWPing on A. Mantu going for an aggressive line. The incendiary's bought some time.
Olaf has the bomb. He needs to be a little bit careful here.
Oh. Carrigan may not be expecting this. Ooh, he does. Strafe out wide, evades the shot. Man to miss. And that's some pressure now. You can feel OG getting suffocated a little bit. Just as they think the B site is a problem, the A site, they come knocking.
They're baiting out a lot of smokes here early, right? Another CT smoke dump there. They only have one remain. Oh, make that two. But this is early to be baiting all this util out of the CT side and now taking back space here. So you can just see the jigsaw puzzle that is this map. Poke and prod, take another bit of space, move on back.
It has evolved, hasn't it?
Oh, mid control maybe here from OG. Volder and Nico are close. Mantu also in donut. All three players now over towards that donut area.
Yeah, Carrigan's got him super paranoid about that A site.
There's a massive gap that Carrigan can work with here.
Oh, Rain peaks just in that slight break point when the smoke is thrown. Doesn't quite convert. Flames is low, limping. Re-clearing middle. Now, Carrigan. Oh, he has the support of Twists. Peeks out from the ledge, Alexi in the off angle, but he goes down as well. Twist with some sharp shooting. Flames, however, stands and delivers Tomb back. That suddenly puts them back into the potential of a second round here. OG, they are detached, though, from the site. Again, it's going to be hard for them to get back in. And Twists, I think, a big part of that.
Yeah, that was huge, right? The fact that they were happy to allow OG to retake through donut, it's 180. You're having to clear top, mid, red house, and you're having to worry about both angles of mid here. Obviously, elbow where we see the CTs right now and that ledge position, but it's a save. It's another save here. FaZe propelling themselves up now to 5 rounds. They're going to be more than happy with this. And I don't know how OG are going to find themselves in the fights, because with FaZe having a lot of these plays over towards A early and liking to slip 2 guys out mid, if they go for the B lane control, right, well, you're going to put a lot of resources into that. And when you do so, FaZe are going to have the option to find the gaps elsewhere. So right now, OG got to be scratching their heads a little bit here. We are underwater in the submarine right now, everybody.
Terrorists win.
Just a couple malfunctions here with the instruments. If Alex... Yeah, that's probably us again, right? That's always happens. Like, we can hear these weird sounds and the people at home can't, and then we just sound like crazy people. Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Get to see some of that in the replay. That was the first, and then we'll get to see maybe the second onto Alexi. Never mind.
That was in the cave position, right? So it must have been just one of those.
He was in the off angle,
clears.
but he just slapped him. Yeah, really nice. Gave it a good go. We'll hope that audio fixes itself and we can get into the action. So again, Carrigan, every call has been different. It's had a different flavor to it. This time he's going for something quick, I imagine. Mantu can really rumble this. They are ahead of him, but Rain caught with his knife out, the tail end of the assault. It's all onto Alexi, and he's already been tagged up heavily.
He's smoked off as well.
Oh, and they dunk him. Can't even get away for the reposition, and suddenly, at 1 minute 30, Chad, you're playing a 3v4 retake.
Oh, they know where 2 are now.
They know where 2 are.
A save again?
It feels like
How
the
do you
best
get
option.
past? Because Carrigan has the doors covered off from T-spawn side.
Yeah, it's a lovely little crossfire. Oh, he's getting pushy. And the flash is there, and so is the double. There it is, just about across the line. Mantu holding on to his AWP as best he can. FaZe have got some freedom here. There's a little bit of extra funds to splash, and there it goes. The AWP denied.
This is beautiful, right? You can see all the details here coming out from FaZe, the flash assists with one another. They're all quick to act as well once they know where that info is. So this is the FaZe that you want to see. This is Mantu starting things off with the opener, but it doesn't matter. There's already 3 players past that line of sight. They're into the bomb site. They deal with the players there, and
The util's been on point, Chad. Like,
great.
It's actually just really, really ruining OG's chances of going for these rounds. Like, doesn't matter about that head-to-head. You know, we have seen OG with openings, but it's usually clawed back and kept level. But it's the problem of we've lost the sight and we're staring at smokes. Like, all you can do is wall bang and rotate. That's it. And then at that point, the bomb's ticking, another body's dropped, and you just have to play for the finances. And speaking of, it's pretty light for the boys of OG. It's going to have to be a half buy.
yeah, just going to level out the money here, I think. But you're talking about the utility, right? If we take a look at the utility damage, you've got Rain with 123, right? You got 45 for Brokey. So those two have plenty more than what's going on the CT side, which is normally much easier to get utility damage on the CT side. And then the flash assist, they're also in the favor of FaZe Clan here as well. So yeah, that utility, we can just see by the basic stat lines, is looking great. It's back towards this B bomb site they go. A molly out of Brokey, that's to stop when he pushes down that ramp and stifle them out. And well, Rain, we've seen just how much he loves playing around this cave position, finding little holes, little gaps, poking his head on through.
See what Olaf is trying to do there. Oh, but you can see what Nico's pulling off as well. He has disrespected the smoke. He's pushed ahead. Olaf is responsible for the A push and that mid push. So if Nico is feeling himself, trying to catch a timing, Olaf has just slinked out of his vision. We'll keep tabs on that, but for now it's a battle with 3 in cave, and Olaf catches Nico. Problem solved. It's half by, likely to be rumbled, and Carrigan's got an absolutely perfect read.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? They know that Nico's pushing. They know what that call probably means. Hey, guys, Lion Shirt over towards that B site. OG have stacked that. It's a lighter buy. They have to buy down in on that, and then quickly just changing back over towards the A bomb site here. But there are a couple of problems, right? Like a little bit
Look how
light on
diligent
util.
this is. You know, FaZe perhaps with the group stage would have just stampeded in on that info, but instead they wait until they get their smokes down, the util's there, and it just guarantees that they can get that bomb down uncontested, and they've chipped away even further at the OG health pools. Mantu and Flames walking with a wobble.
The thing is, in that situation, right, if OG were close enough and they could have all pushed through the smokes as a unit from different angles, you can make this A-bomb site very jarring, but not close enough and no real risks taken. Flames, you can see, was flirting with the idea, but now they should just be mopped up.
Yeah. I think it's been very sobering for the boys of FaZe Clan. You know, Carrigan, I think at one point thought he actually had no chance of getting to the major, and then kind of was, you know, worked it out, crunched the numbers, and even now it's still not entirely in their hands. Just win both of your games and cross your fingers and toes. And I think at that point, you know, he spoke to Parla. We had a little brief interview with him, if you didn't quite catch it. He said he can feel it. Feels different now you're in the studio, bearing in mind they've been playing from the hotel and now have migrated over to the new studio for the RMR, and perhaps that's just that extra bit of oomph. You know, Carrigan was telling me sometimes he unplugs his mouse and keyboard online just so he can get that feeling of that land buff. Well, they've got the land buff IRL, 7-1, looking hot to trot.
Yeah, this is great right now. Anything they put on top is cream on top of the cake here. We do get back into the guns.
A creamy cake or a donut, Chad, if you had to choose?
Oh, I think a donut's probably a bit more manageable for my waistline.
Yeah,
just
fair.
one, a singular.
Ice cream cake, though, there's not much better than that.
That's true.
He's had a bit of an issue with that. When he's trimmed Twist's toenails.
Yeah, they must have just been through the corner of the wall there. So Twist is lucky to walk away with his life here, and now they know where the AWP is.
Oh, Rain, surely dead. Maybe not. Changed my mind. So did Alexi.
Yeah, some of these fights, right, it looks like OG should be winning. That's 2 occasions right there, just on the start of this round, that maybe, just maybe, OG should be 3-5 up.
I mean, yeah, walking, crouching slowly through a smoke. Grey screen for Rain, not for Alexi. Unlucky to see it not go his way. Carrigan's going for a feely out on the A side. It's going to be Valda with the early warning sign. That trajectory completely rumbles his position, and some solid shot out of Carrigan's AK forces Mantu to address this. They're going to be smoked off. Oh, he didn't take the shot. I think he planned to.
They have to fight for some of these rounds, right? And Volda, his woes continue. Currently 0-6. Does not have a kill to his name. Just 1 assist right here.
Brokey ran through the water there. No knife out. Completely loud. Maybe they'll have heard that.
What do you do right now, though, if you're OG? You're about to be pinned in Donut. They're on both sides. You have to fight.
Does that molly actually stop the rotate from Flames? It does. And oh, Donut. The call is made. Olaf's down. They are into the site with temple control. It's Donut that's the issue, and Brokey can plant. Safe, but not from Flames. Solid strike through the smoke up to Rain now. At least makes it level somehow.
Time's a
Together,
problem.
both of them, yeah. This plant will not come easy, and Flames is ratting the smoke. This plant will not go down. He needs them both, and it's not to be. Flames with a highly impactful round there. He stopped the plant the first time, and he stops it the second as well. OG, light on funds, but a solid conversion of their second. It looked great for FaZe until it didn't.
Yeah, that's all right there. And 2 of the names at the top of the scoreboard right now for OG is Flames and Mantu, which is great. They're obviously the 2 younger guns within the team.
Have you been keeping tabs on the side bias? I hate using that word. The side bias as it currently stands statistically for Ancient?
It's definitely CT
Heavily
side. Like,
CT
heavily
sided?
CT side, yeah.
I was just wondering if perhaps it had changed and FaZe were just doing it business as usual. Certainly with all of the util that Carrigan and his squad have been throwing out, it has been able to isolate a lot of the OG defense from having a real 2-pronged assault. Isolated Jules. Alexi, speaking of isolated Jules, is alone in his cave. It's had a tough time. We saw a couple of nasty deaths. Twists besting him, Rain evading him. Same position, different routine this time.
Oh, flubbed the molly there a little bit. No dramas, really. They can just stall this one out. Twist and Olaf are about to walk through middle here. Nico's actually been smoked off and dropped back. Flames, the hero of the last round here, just jiggle peeking, and Brokey's AWP is coming, so on the jiggle. Could get caught, and he does. Brokey with a big opener.
Yeah, that's a problem now. OG counting on Mantu. No AWP this time for him. And they're coming. That util implies it. Alexi to be cleared, good chance to strike and does so. Mantu as well provides it.
There we
That's
go.
exactly what the doctor ordered. Chances running slim. A missed shot from Brokey. Rain does not make the same mistake. Bomb to be planted, cash injected. Oh no, denied by the spray. Big from Alexi. Now up to Rain. He's looking good today, and so is that. First bullet.
Go to A if he wants.
Good. And he will.
This is huge. They are going to hear this, though. They can get a move on right now. Alexi's going to chase him. Nico's going to try and cut him off with the pass here, but he might get the bomb down.
Not sure. No, Nico's there, I think. Oh, it's a safe plant from the donut position. Good reads. Rain. Oh, working some magic, looking for heads.
Alexi's
There's
low.
Alexi, and now the 1v3 becomes a reality. 15 HP, he knows where you're coming from. Oh,
It hit him.
It hit him. Nico knows he's close, and he'll just swing on him. Strafes out. Nico saves the day for OG. Hard work from Alexi, but Rain really makes him work for it. Damn, third found, and that's exactly what OG need to be seeing. They need to close this gap and close it now if they want a competitive first map.
Yeah, some problems though, right? Just having so few players staying alive in the last 2 rounds. 2 in the previous, 1 in this one just here. That means the CT buy isn't going to be great. Obviously helped on a little bit by these silenced M4s, but this was almost brilliant from Rain. That one tap, great. I think, he wasn't expecting Nico just to swing on him like that. There you go. OG starting to mount a little bit of a comeback into this. Now, Olof has chosen to go into the MAC-10 here. He could have gone with an AK. This is going to be really quick on towards this B bomb site.
All right, a quickie. Flames and Alexi haven't been having the most fun. Oh, that's perfect. Look at the util. It's brilliant. Nade and Flame. He just goes down before a bullet's fired. And they continue to force the issue. I don't know if they want to now. The smoke will bloom. They'll have to respect that.
Oh, that went wrong immediately. Either there was no extinguish or they hit the wrong part of the molly there because Olof should have been ushered into that site by his teammates util. So dropping the ball, but Carrigan.
Oh, such a chance there onto the back of Alexi's head. And everyone just dropped their util. They're going aggressive ramp. Twist flashed in, set up for success, and it collapses for OG. Mantu has to really pull up his socks, and Twist is the one to knock off his hat.
He's still going for more.
Nice dunk.
Never mind.
Yeah, cancelled, and now Nico pairs them up. 2 of the 4 required. Bomb now ticking. Valda yet to frag, and he's going to be coming in from that lane side. Rain in a prime position to collect this, and he will. Leaving it all onto Nico. Would need that 1v2. Quad kill total. Got the kick, got the smoke. It is the perfect partnership. Brokey a hard clear. Oh, just didn't quite do his due diligence there, and it does cost him. 8 found by FaZe, and what started disastrously was recovered nicely, and credit to be given there. Twist with some good shooting, getting re-aggressing onto that ramp position, and left OG looking a bit silly.
Yeah, this is great stuff from FaZe here to be converting within these mid-rounds, and this is traditionally where like the FaZe clans that I remember would do their best work, right? You'd have these establishing rounds where you'd be able to get yourself a little bit of territory to work with, and then when the kills come your way, they hit their shots, and that's what's happening here today. It's not like the Fiend game we did the other day, where they were just looking flat. They weren't winning any fights. I think they had put a whole lot of extra pressure on themselves, thinking that that was their only chance to qualify for the major. Obviously not being the case.
Well, also, don't forget that we've seen OG fall and succumb to the same thing. They were handed a Mad Lions with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And they rumbled them, some crazy, crazy multi-kill stats. I think that's 14 multi-kills rounds from Waro in that game or something out of this world. Asking Flames if he's global in the middle of the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said it triggered him.
Just playing those mind games.
Apparently they're friends, like FPL mates or whatever, but yeah, got under their skin for sure. And OG did throw that one in the same way FaZe fell to Fiend. So now they find themselves head-to-head for major glory. And this is just the first rung of that ladder to the major now. 9th to 12th playoffs. It's bleak.
This round could get out of control here. Valda's boosted up, man too close on Flames as well.
Yeah, there's a shot. Definitely, P250s, CZ, and already in the head. He won't find a second, but his Mantu set up for another, and the flashes, good God, they're good. 2 from the P250. Olaf's not long for this world either. 9 HP, 9 HP. You have to just pull the plug on that, and there's some weapons to be recovered there. Twist might have to be the bodyguard of them already. Pressure mounting onto FaZe, Chad, you called it. They're going to be juggling some weapons across. For now, just the one has fallen into enemy hands. But if they cut noise, which I suspect they will, never mind. They're going up, boosting up, and this could be a good timing. The temple position just tucked in. Mantu's set up. He'll be looking for info now. He'll be the canary in the coal mine as to when that donut AK strikes. Flames passive for now. It's a hard clear for Olaf, especially with his low HP, super susceptible to a Mantu third from his P250.
They have to go A now. There's no time to double back. They're not going to clear this.
50-50.
They're not going to clear this.
He looks like he's intending to, and oh, down goes the bomb. Good catch. Spots out the Mantu leg and would need to be getting that bomb down shortly, but Flames, oh, just the perfect timing on that fade. Converts an OG with an eco conversion. That'll humble the FaZe clan boys significantly.
That bomb site is so difficult, right? That A site, like even with all the util that you could possibly hope for there, I know that it's like they're coming out of a choke point. Let's liken it to the B dust 2, right? You're coming out of that one tunnel, and we know how difficult that can be. This is almost like the box, right? On the left-hand side of the tunnel for the CTs, they're just able to melt the one down. But then you think about there's so many more positions. You have to worry about Donut, you have to worry about CT, Temple, and once the util is gone, well, there goes your buffer. And there goes FaZe's cash money. Olaf down to a P250, a Mac 10 for that of Carrigan, and back towards A they go, nice and fast.
Undeterred. That's kind of ballsy. The P250 of Mantu found some damage. I wonder if Olaf's could do the same. Carrigan already caught trying to draw the crosshair, and aggression from Olaf. Flames will collect. 3 on 4. It's unlikely they get this bomb down now, Chad.
The util's already been used, so it's going to start fading now within the next 20 seconds. Unless FaZe are able to get a couple of kills here in the thick of things, they're in trouble.
Ooh, Nico going up on top of the box, and I think a stray bullet has connected. That's some information. Brokey's pushed up Temple. Twist playing that plateau. Nice find from Nico, again contributing heavily to OG's successes. And they really are clawing their way back into this now. The A site, man.
Yeah, it's just going there time and time again. It's so hard to penetrate, so hard to break. It's just hard to see this one going right for FaZe. With only 2 players alive against the 4, there's no kills being offered on up. They're just waiting over there in Donut to strike.
It's interesting, we've noticed a bit of a trend in OG's CT setup on this A site. They don't really have to contest or choose to contest that Temple position. It's not something they're rotating into. They're not taking those fights. They'd much prefer to have Donut control and just hang out closer to the site and Nico's alleyway. Good spot from Brokey. Confirms Valda's there, but doesn't quite finish his meal. A flash and a fight. Not enough. Big contributions from Valda there, putting his name in the feed thrice. 5 for OG.
Reigns look good in this, which is, I think, a mandatory scenario here for FaZe to be picking up wins within this 9th to 12th decider bracket. But we do have FaZe now staring down the barrel of an eco, and it is good to get Valda activated. He was very, very quiet. He did get his opening kill with the CZ on that eco victory here, and if they can get up to 7 rounds on this CT side, that's the best that OG can possibly hope for, and it's a great base because they're going to give themselves the momentum going into the second half of play here. Now, last time they played at Blast, it was 16-14, as close as it possibly could be in the favor of FaZe.
They'd love a plant. They would absolutely love one. 3rd stage after this. Reigns Deegs, no slouch on this. And that's the one chance he was going to get. Falls apart. Easy collections and a quick one. Not hanging around to draw that CT utility out. I think they just wanted to get it done. So yeah, absent plant, you will see a couple of sacrifices. I think it's just going to be Brokey there in terms of pursuing the util, opting for the Galil. And final round of the first half of our best of 3. First one we've been casting here at the EU RMR.
Yeah, so we've only got into those once bracket play begins here. It's just been best of 1s the rest of the time. But now this is where we can separate. And within this little bracket we have, it is Big, FaZe, OG, and Heroic. Now, Heroic are already locked in for the major. As far as those other 3 names go, only 2 of them can actually qualify for the major.
Yeah. Heroic, woof. Talk about that in a second, because here they come. More fights, thick and fast for OG. Flames again delivers. Good to see he's woken up on the right side of bed this morning.
Yeah, they're starting to believe now, so really getting into these fights. OG looked very timid early. They were losing all the battles. Shots that they should have been hitting didn't go their way. And now they put FaZe in a 3-on-5 situation here for the final round of play in the first half.
Doesn't get easier than that. Dry walk from Twists. Olaf and Brokey looking to piece anything together. Final round, they're going to give it all she's got, Captain. I just don't know exactly what that is. You're both hanging out at B. You've made that abundantly clear. Likely some info pushes elsewhere. Flames loves this position. It's a good setup. And yeah, Mantu collecting a 3rd. That's the end of that. And a very close half at the end of that. It was such a strong start from FaZe. It was 7-1, Chad. And it ends 8-7. OG recover, shaking it off. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to return to see OG on the T side. We got a competitive one here on Ancient, the head-to-head. It was FaZe that took OG's Ancient virginity. We saw them play it over at Blast, and well, it was a 16-14. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, and it is for all the marbles, major marbles, perhaps, as well. You need to win both if you're FaZe, and both if you're OG, and then the rest is up to, well, it's out of their hands. I've got Chad Burchell with me. He's the smart one. I'm the flamboyant brown one. Let's get into the action. Plenty of util here, Chad. I see Alexi with a sack of it. Nico the same. Olaf equipped with a smoke kit, the perfect ninja package.
And we probably go B, because that's where we tend to go on these pistol rounds. We've seen some lovely executes. The one that NIP did the other day with the cave smoke and the deep smoke towards that speedway was great. Let's see what OG have to offer. Flashes have been left. I'm pretty sure this is the same pistol that NIP just did.
They're doing the nip.
I'm almost positive this is the exact same pistol NIP just did the other day against FaZe.
Alexi saw it and just went yoink.
That was great. So let's see. Can they get away with the same kind of play? Lots of flashes for Alexi here. Look at that. Just a waterfall of flashes and they're in. So it's more retakey this time round.
Oh, uncleared. Oh, and he'll get two on the slant position. Taps away into the heads there. Looking good from Rain. Issues for OG. Everything was set up for success, and now Alexi finds himself cradling one remaining flash.
I guess FaZe worked out how to deal with that after the other day.
Don't get flashed.
Yeah, just...
Or, yeah, hide and don't get cleared.
That's a bad look. OG not going to get the bomb down. Alexi probably not going to get a kill. Yikes. Okay. Well, let's just see, because it could get worse. If he can do a little bit of damage to these players with armor, so that they at least have to reinvest when going for head armor. Like, I'm going micro financial stuff right now.
Something, though.
I'm digging as deep as I can.
There you go. More than the rebuy of just the helmet for Olaf. Anyone else?
Yeah, offer him up a frag. You guys know what it's like to play passive in a 1-on-5.
One bullet. Yeah, there you go.
Squeaks through.
Little bit of an achievement in the grand scheme, but FaZe will take the pistol, and it was OG that they did throw the kitchen sink at that B site, but no issues for FaZe. You might see some of that in the replay. Flames not clearing. I'm going for slant. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't...
it's because diagonal's just a bit of a syllable nightmare.
I think in the beginning we called it like triangle.
Triangle,
but at the same time, like, could we call it quad?
Quad?
Right, like, I know, but we use quad for a lot. I know, but we use quad for so many weird things.
Yeah, but most things have like a quaddy component, like four corners or posts.
Well, if somebody at home could get into the map, right, with the map-making tools and find out the exact...
I heard teams calling it slant, that's why I've stolen it.
All right.
Yeah,
well, teams are doing it.
They are.
All right,
well... because it's that one monosyllabic, there's nothing else is a slant. I don't hate it, but
okay.
well, I'm flirting with it.
Yeah.
If it's landing on your eardrums at home wrong, just throw me an alternative. Because you've got two of those corners, right? You need individual calls for both of them.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like on Inferno when you're entering the B site with like orange, like first oranges and second.
It is. Oh, okay. First and second isn't awful.
That works.
Yo. We'll see. We'll let the juices flow in that one. Let us know what you call it at home. Trying to differentiate between the active fight on cave and the baity corner.
I just think someone should get a protractor.
First and second.
But a protractor.
What, 45 degrees?
Yeah, work out the exact angle.
Mm-hmm. Is it acute or is it obtuse?
Oh, we had this, I think we spoke, and then we got into talking about clouds.
It does happen quickly.
And then we probably went from there to bottle rockets. That was our experience at primary school.
Oh, yes. Bicarbonate of soda and vinegar.
Oh, the volcanoes?
The volcanoes. Oh, you put them in a little camera.
Yes.
Film popper.
Guys, if you don't know what a little cameras, right?
Before they were on your phones, it was an actual thing you could hold and take pictures with.
You had to develop the film. But this was back in the late 1900s.
Yes, the late 1900s.
Yes, the late 1900s.
That's correct. With our walk.
Remember Discmans? You had to keep them level.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it were
like, just the luxury, I hadn't realised it, but like, you know, back in the late 1900s, you couldn't go for a jog with your AirPods in, you know, like, you'd have your little Discman. And some were like the super fancy Discman, were like the anti-hop ones where you didn't skip the track when you jumped too much. So you really couldn't go for a jog to your tunes.
And you probably only had about 12 songs as well, so you'd hope that you'd happy with the CD you picked. Like,
remember
so fresh.
The car used to have like the super fancy cars. You'd have like, you could put 12 CDs in the boot, and then you would select, go between them. So you'd have like 100 songs you could choose from, Chad.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Whoa.
We're already well and truly into this round. 20 seconds have subsided, so we haven't missed anything. It has just been the default spread, and back towards this B bomb site. Looks like the pistol round again, but with guns. And that's an opener for Mantu. They're in.
Okay, very much in. Yeah, and Twist is not long for this corner either. Flames, good frags. Bomb to be planted safe. Hard for them to contest this, and Olof unloading his MP9 through the smoke does not connect. OG, 5 hearts beating still in pursuit of their first here on the T side. This is exactly what you want to be seeing into our third round of play. Get all the guns out. The bonus from FaZe falling flat.
And this is exactly what we saw within that first half, right? When OG lost the site early on, they had to go for the saves. Those rounds started to change the further into the piece we got, but here it is again. Holding onto that MP9 of FAMUS, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And if you're OG, you don't need to chase, right? Let them hold on to this. You're going to be able to go for another gun round and try and whittle them in the future. Don't give an AK over. That would be the worst possible scenario here. But that was quite a simple approach. And you're seeing a lot of teams now, because we talk about how important the cave position and lamps is. Well, they're kind of smoking the CTs off into that position. And if you play on the bomb site with this lovely aerial view that we have right here, there's everything spammable, right? So there's nowhere that you can really stand. You're going to get smoked. You're going to get mollied off. And maybe, just maybe, FaZe will have to go for a bit of B lane control.
Yeah. You get to see how this one kind of fell apart. Very early into the piece. Just tucked in. Turned to flash and...
Dead.
Dead as a doorknob.
Yeah, Twist also gets spotted here. You see this bullet will just tag him, so he's still blind, trying to get to safety, get spotted, and on that repeat, Flames is more than ready. But here we go again, Flames. So much damage coming out through those mid-Molotovs, down to 22, operating as the walking wounded, and Rain's mollied ahead of this as well. The spam on through, it does so much damage now. Yeah,
that's going to keep him on notice for sure. He's got a follow-up nade as well. Looks like he's very comfortable in the light room. Now, they've actually nearly mollied their teammate. Flames is working on the flank. His wallbangs are very imposing threat.
You can spam to middle from there as well. You can even get Linus a wallbang up so it goes all the way to the mid-elbow position.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can work with those spams now, but back towards B. Smokes again.
Counter utility solid. FaZe, do they still have anything left? A couple of smokes to buy time. That's if OG rock 30 seconds off this clock. It's unlikely. The rotation off ledge is held by Carrigan in mid. Even Brokey flirting with the rotation out of A. Just in CT for now. Here comes the commit. Util sails through. Rain smoked off. Fight's not given. Oh, there it is. He does start to engage. 2-for-1 trades. Foul the low. Oh, big ones out of Twists. 2 out of the M4. Issues as well to try and get that bomb down. Mantu may have to step up to the plate. Valda low. And Twist still hunting.
Gonna be hard to get this bomb down again here. Mantu needs to hit a banger right now. Oh, and Twist is tucked on in. He's safe.
That's a problem. Twist should have this on the denial. Oh. Just his head poking out. And now with 20 seconds, Valda's thrust into an impossible 1v3. The barrel. Oh, Twists makes it 4. Great defense from the second position. Second.
It's going to be curious, isn't it?
Rain went long and short initially, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that was I went with that as well. But then it's like, yeah, but normally like long and short is as you're attacking the site,
exactly.
And now it's like in like more passive areas.
When you say long, just from like from the map perspective, lane is just so longy.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. But regardless, I want to talk about Rain having 19 kills so far and Twists having 18. Right, so much impact from those two here. Head and shoulders above the rest, but it's an all-in B. It's the rush. They're going in.
Okay, well they've caught a bit of a nade flak damage, but they are in. And look how much space Flames has taken. Interesting smoke from Twists. Something to play around, and bomb not denied, but aggressive. 2 in the feed from FaZe. Valda wants more, and he catches some lead. Leaves us in 2v2. The flank from the Act-10 does get rewarded, and that puts Rain into a dire circumstance. He's got 2. Hunting him down on the edge of the smoke. Flames will linger. If this clear is everything, can Rain's provide it? He knows Flames had the Mac-10, suspects the corner, and now confirms his location. He should have this. Flames is just sitting dark, and the pre-fire is there. Rain from 18 to 21, Chad. He is definitely a conversation starter, and he's around Ender. 12 now.
Having a great game, having an absolute banger of a game here. That defuse is going to come in. There is enough time. You can see just there, all good in the hood. And, well, not even crazy celebrations for FaZe. They're here to conduct business. They're here to conduct business in a big way. These wins are mandatory if that major. They want to secure that. I like that smoke from Twist. It eliminated Flames, right? He's like, well, they just did my job for me. What do I do? And they went the path of least resistance there, found their way into the site. And they put OG into a bit of a weird one. If you take a look at the cash money situation, you've got 4.1 for Valda, Flames with 5.5, but the rest are hovering around that 3.5 mark. It might just have to be a bit of a partial buy here, a half buy scenario as the timeout is taken, the discussions are had, but the score is getting away from them now, 12-8.
Yeah, look at Rain and Twist.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's exactly what you want, right? It's Twists, Brokey, and Rain. 2 of the 3 delivering, definitely going to make OG sweat.
haven't even gone to A to test Brokey's AWP in that temple position as well.
Ooh, we got a golden AK out to play. Who's the flex?
Someone's been spending.
Kalashnikov, 15 carat.
I can have a little bit of a look who's got that one on their back. I think it is in Valda's hands here. So he's rocking some stylish gloves, some stylish AKs. I think his USP goes well with the gloves as well, but this isn't a fashion show.
Let's see if it helps him with those style points into an entry frag or two.
Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? B lane control again here, and Flames is having a really good game.
Oof, Rain stuck around to try and catch that swing from Flames, yeah. He's been something for OG. One of the 3 that's got through into that double-digit region. There's a switch up from OG here in the sense that Mantu and Valda are going to be having that mid control, so you won't be seeing Carrigan have just as much freedom there as he typically does. Brokey's still responsible for the A site should they want to return.
It's interesting that we haven't seen like super passive CT setups be more played with, right? Like having 2 players in that A site, having someone passive in that speedway position back towards B, watching the red house push. You know, you could really tighten things up and play very passive if you don't want to give OG anything. But here we go. They're working on that mid control. Jump smoke from Valda. This Molly in Alexi's hands is to clear out close, and there is nobody home, so getting the space they want to work with here. OG, process of elimination now determining exactly where these CT defenders might be, and Rain, he's really geeked out hard on this map and those wall bangs. You can see him every single time. He's aware of the timings, the spam, what is possible, but it will be a B pounce.
Yeah, I think they were thinking about it.
You can't really see too much.
No, not Rain for sure. Now the smokes are dropped, and here comes the commit. Oh, a counter utility from the CTs is solid. You don't want to jump through it. Oh, but Alexi does, and he's caught them. Looking good, only for a second. The bomb will be planted, but Mantu can't provide a thing. It's Twist just having a little shooting gallery from that slant. Carrigan claws it into a 1v3, and Alexi, yeah, you got the bomb down. Yeah, you got it open. But the 9th, very elusive. Twist does not let that slip, and again, you come to his site, he leaves with a multi.
That's the thing, you take care of Rain, you still have to deal with Twist. Now Twist is up to 23, so just having a bit of a relay race of who's going to have the most frags between the 2 of them here. This is a huge performance from both, right? And that's with the rest of the teammates occasionally contributing, right? 23 kills for Twist, 21 for Rain. Brokey's on 8, Olof's on 9, Carrigan's on 7, right? This right now, as far as the stats are going, is a 2-man show. Love to get Valda and Alexi contributing a little bit more for OG. That could be the difference maker for the T side here, but that plant is great. We do get the rifles back out one more time, and this feels like a last-ditch attempt. There's the molly from Mantu. That one, oh, it didn't land.
No, it didn't.
Okay, misthrown there. Should be a molly landing in front of that donut position, but this be the case here. Alexi should still get, and that's that mid spam I was talking about, right? Rain is able to pepper towards Alexi's, especially if he's given the room like he is right now. He can just continue to load bullets through. It's paper thin. It is paper thin now. I've experimented with a bit myself, and you can do so much damage.
Look, it's such a geek, and that's the bang. As he tried to mantle up with a bomb, that will cancel Alexi's plans. FaZe definitely looking well drilled here. Some individuals looking very comfy on the map. Rain handles business. Nico flashes himself. Ooh, white-faced, red-faced, a bit of both. Rain looks set for more here. I don't think they can. He has actually swallowed the flash, so finally the Terminator falls with a thumbs up into the molten lava. 3 on 4 though, issues for the boys of OG, and you can't leave. Carrigan's the one with the lock and key.
It's almost patented Carrigan flank now, right? We've seen it many a time, him just assassinating from behind, and yeah, you're right, locking that door. The time's a problem as well. 35 seconds on the clock, still smoked off. Everybody's over towards this B bomb site.
He even got more util on Carrigan. Like if he could slow them down, the site's going to be cleared out by Mantu, so he's done an awful lot in terms of getting that bomb down uncontested. Uncontested, he says. Looked like there was a boost request for a second, but...
Smokes are fading.
Yeah, they are. And that was the last of the OG util, a single flashbang to try and separate them from this 4-man retake. And, oh, good shooting. Brokey's there, coming in hot. Alexi struggles, and the Flames not long for this world. There's 14, folks. FaZe looking very set for success now here on the defense, and this is how the first half started as well, Chad.
Yeah, very dominant stuff for FaZe early, right? And then OG got back into it. Now, they had to chip in with some gun rounds, but it was the eco victory that really got them started over there on their CT side. Now, another plant, lost bonus good, so we will see the guns again. They can continue to be threatening here, but when this is happening, when you're trying to jump on up and just take a little bit of map control and bullets through the boards are taking you on down, things are really not looking great for OG.
Dinko's tweeted me saying he heard people calling it first and second pyramid.
Okay.
Don't hate it.
Okay.
Don't hate it at all. Take that for a spin next, Ancient, shall we?
This is it. If they want to change the tune here and stop heading towards B, I spoke about it earlier, they need to go towards Brokey's AWP at this A site. Now, sure, you can smoke Temple, you can smoke Donut, the CT smoke as well.
Oh. Oh, yikes. He's not far off the mark. Alexi finishes the reload. And takes the space, but Olof's there to shake his head. Okay. That was supposed to be a nice bit of map control for Alexi, but it's immediately been clawed back, and it does look like they're setting up for some util onto the A site.
It's not a problem, though. Karrigan hasn't moved. Brokey's still here, too. You're about to execute into 2 players on the site here, and it's difficult enough.
And as soon as you throw that smoke, as soon as Brokey spots it, he has the potential to drop his util to stop you as well. I mean, it depends on the timing, right? If Flames is taking the fight ahead of that smoke, it's not going to be an issue. But if Brokey feels unthreatened, he will be able to just lock you out for another 30 seconds with his util.
Look how passive they are on his B as well. Look how quick they can make the rotate through spawn here. Yes. So as soon as they know this, what a perfectly timed molly. Right, that's going to stall out another 7 seconds.
No, they will. And here they come. Brokey, ooh, uncharacteristic miss from him. 2, to be specific. Now issues for Karrigan, manages his spray. The smoke enables his retreat. Bomb will not go down. A good Molotov to buy time, and Olof suppressed. Karrigan looking to impress, straight through the smoke. Issues for OG. They got 20 seconds, Chad, and they're just losing men's. Only Mantu. Nico's gone. Problems for the poll. Not necessarily a Brit. We did the DNA test.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Okay.
Someone didn't get the memo.
Maybe he changed it back again. You never know. You ask these players one thing, if you have the ability to change, why not?
Honestly, and the amount of times, someone gets their knickers in a twist about it, and then you ask the players, they're like, I don't mind, man. Whatever you want.
We like to do it the best we can, but if they don't mind, we shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Karrigan saved the day here. If the bomb went down, I think it's a completely different round. Brokey, though, I've been building him up. I'm like, well, if they come to his side, he's going to lock him down with the AWP. And wow, they dealt with him, but they still didn't get the round.
Like I was in the Spodek Arena for a second there, Chad. Damn, son.
15-8, and I think map number 1 is Dunzo. We are looking to Inferno for map number 2 and Mirage as the 3rd. So OG will have a chance to respond here, but has been relatively flat.
Hi guys, Nico here. Welcome to a smoke tutorial. Today we're going to be smoking the A site. One towards CT, one towards Temple. Or is that Donut? Let's find out. They're sailing through the sky now. Counter utility dropped. And it is Temple and CT. Oh, Karrigan. Oh, Karrigan, you are in trouble. Flashed off, just gets his vision back. Loses his head. Brokey's got so many targets. He'd have to hit some bangers. One to the legs, not enough. And looking good. OG, though wobbly, have found access to the A site. Nothing for Rain to do about this. He can't really knock them off the plant. The smoke's still up. I mean, Rain's been brilliant.
It's going to fade now.
Perhaps there's a chance. Yeah, Nico had his back turned and some damage. Not enough. Flames saves the boys with his 23rd. He's definitely looking comfortable on land, like in that studio environment. The vibration's definitely getting higher from him.
He's been great. I've been loved just being around the players, and he's one that's his personality is starting to shine on through because he's so young. He's 18. He's just happy to bloody be here.
Oh yeah, not even just the personality. Yeah, his just sheer excitement at being involved in something like this. Yeah. Meanwhile, you've got Olof, who's attended every major in attendance to the other side of the server. This is just another day in the office. Oh, I've got to get back to my. How many majors has it been?
It's been 15. So this will be the 16th.
Got to get to my 16th.
Yeah.
16th major.
Sweet 16th.
There's plenty of Olof stickers in play. No flame stickers though, and it's in his hands. Okay, good time CT smoke. It means they can all bail out of that rather aggressive stance initially. Alexi catching the rain push. Will he expect a second? There's certainly the potential for it. Twist could bait them in with a fired off shot, yeah. And that's the swing. Shadow advantage does lead to a second.
That's one of the biggest shadow advantages on this map. I think Rushley did a bit of a pro tip on it, or at least that was the plan. I'm not sure if we've highlighted it here at all, but I want to point out that it's important that OG doesn't lose to a round like this. Like, if they lose the game to a gun round, that's fine, but losing to a round like this would be catastrophic for the mental. Mantu hits another, just 2 remain now. It is Twist, who's been fantastic, 24 to his name, and Olof. But this should be OG's rounds here. Great smoke, that's gonna force Twist to reposition. He even takes a chunk of damage. But yeah, just making sure they're crossing their T's, dotting their I's here, OG. You don't want to let this one slip. Both players in striking distance of the A bomb site for FaZe, so they could do some damage.
They're in the right place, I think, is as much as we could say. Olof having a look, actually. Speaking of, if he can't clears Nico, he'd have to hit the first bullet out of his deagle. Yeah, great from the Swede. Twists has a chance here, and the first bullet out of his deagle's hit as well. It can't fall apart any further than this. I mean, 18 seconds. Mantu should finish it off with the AWP, but the smoke actually enables Twist to try and line it up. The crosshair's not far off, just whistles past the head of Flames, and that should be the end of that. 8 HP. Twist to retreat. 25 francs and counting for the Canadian sensation.
Oof, well, at least they kept it competitive, right? They kept it a competitive one, but wiping the sweat off the brow, OG. And yeah, we were even talking to Flames about his name, right? I got to talk to him about the stick, I got to talk to him about his name, and I said, Flames, like, what's going on here? And he's like, well, in his native language, if they were saying it, it'd be Flamesy. But he's like, in English, you know, obviously Flames, right? And we said to him, we spoke to him, we said, well, when you're popping off, you can be Flamesy.
Yeah, like a deviation of, you know, like the Dever, the... What else do we get? Shoxy Jesus. You know, whenever someone's popping off, they have an alternate variation. We'll give Flamesy the shout out when he's banging heads.
His inspiration as well for his sticker, I thought was it was interesting. Talking to him about the concept. Yeah. If he is to get a sticker in the game, like he's given it some thought here, which is like really quite cute in a way, right? Yeah. Because like that's something that is high on his list of I don't want to say priorities, but
I spoke to Linus as well. And he was like, well, it is LNZ, but when the big spray downs happen, he likes to be Linus.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, he did mention that LNZ if we could, so we'll try and give him LNZ. Oh, here we go, back into play, round 26. The guns are out for FaZe here, and they look scary with the deagles, but now they have double AWPs. One for Olof, one for Brokey. Just how close those bullets are.
Yeah, stark contrast to how the pre-patch Ancient looked.
There's none of that. Not a lick of that at all. And wallbangs in CSGO is something which we've never really had a huge amount of. Olof flashed off, warning shot fired. Space still taken. OG working with something now. They can now turn their attention to get this mid control. A minute 10 on the clock. Plenty to work with. Util good too.
There's grounds for OG to take this one away from FaZe.
Oh, FaZe are holding on to their util for quite a long time here. Check this out, still 3 smokes and a Molotov to work with. So this is good in terms of their economy of utility.
Good info from Carrigan. He's calling A site barren. And so they'll be able to build upon that.
Oh, he might even get a timing here.
What, on the boosters?
This is 2 in mid and they're still creeping. Carrigan's coming.
Oh, no. There's one ledge holding it. No. Striking now, and down goes the AWP. Confirms there's another there. Spotted Valder as well, and he's just off. See you later, Alligator. Opening kill found.
It took Valder a second to even determine where that was coming from. Silence Stem 4 strikes again here, and now forced towards B. This is for their map life right now, OG.
Running out of options, running out of players. Here comes the commit, coming in through Cave. No smoke to buy time. Rain goes aggressive, and he's found the bomb. Oh, OG. Panic stations now. Good one from Alexi through. They need way more than that, though, and already Valder's been spotted out. Both on the site is the call. One frag found, and no time for this. Alexi falls, and FaZe will take Ancient. It means an awful lot to them, trying to keep the mojo high. The first of the best of 3 secured in the 9th to 12th decider.